Hi all, welcome to a new series. I am going to be doing a weekly video, I think, on City Skylines mods that I'm finding intriguing. I'm loving City Skylines. I'm not getting to play as much as I'd like because of other things I need to be doing, but really enjoying the game. And one of the most amazing things is the modding community on the Steam Workshop. There are also some websites that are doing it, but I'm going to focus on the Steam Workshop here. There are immense amounts of mods, all sorts of different things. The metadata for them aren't working that well, so all these smaller things, which should actually be, some of the buildings should fall into these small ones, most of them aren't working yet, unfortunately. But I'm sure that'll get fixed. In the meanwhile, there are just a ton of things that you can go and find in the modding community. Maps, people are making tons of maps of different regions of the world, different direct cities, and if you click through, you can see these tend to be then broken up into squares that you'll play in the game. People are making real maps. People are making, this is Cool18 did a map that's supposed to be like Venice, kind of, but not really. Briarstone did a hard map. There's all sorts of maps for Los Santos from Grand Theft Auto, even some Paradox maps. It's all kinds of maps. So that's one thing you can get into. But beyond maps, I think what's really interesting are the buildings and the intersections. Everyone's making intersections. There are intersections like you wouldn't believe, just so that you don't have to deal with making the hard intersections in the actual game. And there are pedestrian roundabouts, there are highway intersections, spaghetti, stack, multiple different clovers, all sorts of variations. Basically everything you can think of, both in real life as well as making some weird ones for that aren't typically done in real life. So those are really cool. I don't think I've seen this residential pattern. Oh right, so the intersections you can make a pattern as well for residential streets, which looks pretty cool. And then of course there are the buildings. And the buildings, there are ploppable buildings. These DP, he's pretty popular right now. Let's see here. If he still pops up when you do 1 year. Yeah, I think he has all of his buildings put together into one collection, so you can just subscribe to them all at once, which is really pretty cool. But yeah, there's power plants, which you'll see in this video, parking lots that actually work, parks, highlighted for really cool, unique buildings, all sorts of buildings that are ploppable, as well as things that'll grow with your zoning. So pretty wide range, and it's kind of amazing to watch. So what this video is going to be, we're going to do 5 quick little segments on 5 mods that I found particularly interesting this week, ones that I am either using in my games or think I want to be using. It'll be anything from maps to intersections to other kinds of mods to buildings. I think this week I focused mostly on buildings because that's what I was really focusing in on this week. But next week we'll look at some other things too. So I hope you enjoy it. Let me know if you have any comments or questions. This is my first time doing one of these kind of videos. It's also my first time doing this much video editing. So we'd love to hear what you think, and I hope you enjoy. Number 1 this week is this power plant. It's a coal power plant made by Gula. The reason I'm calling this out is, well, it's pretty awesome. The designer that designed this was a former Maxis designer and has started doing a little bit of modding for City Skylines. So I thought it was pretty cool that he was doing that, and it's a really gorgeous model. It's you zoom out here and it looks like a rough power plant, and then the closer in you get, you see nice cool details. Bit of parking, including some handicap parking, little tiny dumpster. All the pieces on top look great, including, I love the vents up top. And then let's see here, all the back stuff here, I haven't even really fully explored it because it's kind of awesome. Lots of wood down there. The brick detail on the pipes here is really good. Just really nicely done building. It's gorgeous, and it's a little bit different than the typical power plant. So if we look at, say, let's see here, the standard, get the right standard coal power plant, we see that the pollution and the noise is pretty even. It's even and it's pretty big. If we look at this one, same size for the pollution, but a wider noise range than the orange circle there. So it does do a little bit more noise. If we look at this here, 560 upkeep, pollution 55, noise pollution 72. It's 50 for both of the coal power plants, so it's a little bit bigger there. but this one produces 12 more power output, 12 more megawatts per for the same upkeep and just a little bit more cost, 2,500 more. So it is a wonderfully pretty model. It's really cool that the designer is doing some stuff for City Skyline mods, and across the board, it's a nice little addition to the game, fun little thing you can add in, and really looks like a brown sort of, oh goodness, this is power plant kind of feel. So that is mod number 1 for this week. It is Gula's coal power plant. For our number 2, we're going to focus on this building by Dauf 83, I believe that's how we would pronounce it. This is the College of Art and Design. It's actually in Essen. It's a cube. It's a pretty well-known architectural piece. I'm a big fan of this for a few reasons. One, the building just looks cool. I like that there's parking there. You got a little handicap parking. The trees look good. I love this little sign. The sign is awesome. Seeing the COAD sign just right out front there. And then what's really cool is if you can sort of see into the building, there's some stairs there. If we go up top, you can see some of the people that you can sit up top. I'm trying to get a good view of it. There we go. So little places for people to sit, all the various fans and electrical stuff, I'm pretty sure. So it's just a really cool looking building across the way. There's a nice texture to this back wall, and the front wall, a little bit less on the fourth, it looks like. I'm not sure if my game isn't rendering that or what, but really nice texture. Looks like the building, from the pictures I've seen of the building, looks pretty close. The tree inside is awesome. What this is this is actually a university. So let's see here. I can show, if we were to place it here, actually, let's do it this way. Right there. It takes 1920 a week to upkeep. It costs 75,000, but it's the Sana Cube, in Essen, sorry. And then student capacity is 45,000 versus the regular university, which is basically exactly the same. So it acts exactly the same as a regular university. It just happens to be an awesome cube. I think it's a really nice piece to add to your city. It's a cool architectural design in real life. It was beautifully rendered here. I don't know what that little... Oh, that was just me clicking. Okay, the blue line comes through the tree there. But it's a gorgeous piece. So I really recommend this. It's Dauf 83. It's his College of Art and Design, modeled after the Sana Cube in Essen. Number 3 for today is this little tiny 1x1 level 1 commercial. This is a pumice Buddha. My German pronunciation's weak. It actually says Express Imbiz, which means snacks. These are these sort of French fry trucks. They often might sell some bratwurst or some other things, currywurst, but French fries predominantly, that are in Germany. They're sort of your local snack truck, and I think it's tiny. It's a 1x1, but it makes me incredibly happy because I love them when I've been in Germany. Great food. You can see little tiny ketchup bottles in there, ketchup and mustard, likely, maybe some curry ketchup, trash can, tool stools. It's awesome. Really detailed for a little tiny 1x1. What I especially like is that there is it's the spare wheel sort of in the middle there, and it's 1x1, so it's a fun little one that you can add. It might pop up, give people some food. There are multiple different colors. I think I have 2 on this map right now. The other one, unfortunately, is also blue. This one that is building right now, let's get the game moving a little bit. We'll see if this one changes color, but I think they're like blue, green, red, I think are the standard ones that I've seen pop up. Let's let this finish. Come on. Yeah, this one's going to be a little bit redder. And you can I think that is a Coca-Cola sign. It's pretty close, but there you go, red. So you can see a little bit difference between the blue and the red, and it's the Quiet Corner Shop, which is a little sad, but really big fan of these. Tiny little things, but a great touch, especially if you're trying to make your city look a little bit more German. That was number 3. And my number 4 today is this My Color Store. It's a level 1 4x4 commercial building, and I really just want to highlight it for the work that went into the colors and the solar panels. I love, again, I can't get over these little tiny sign things. This was made by Linotype, I believe is his Steam name. workable parking lots, of course. But just the amount of color variation here. I love these numbers right here, which seem to imply sort of different codes for colors. I'm not actually sure if that's what that's supposed to be, but it looks right to me. The solar panels, and the fact that, of course, it comes in 4 different colors, so you get a little bit of variety there. Red and green is what we're showing you right now. Just a really nice, big commercial piece to give you a little bit of a break from the big bites that we've seen a lot of, and there's some other buildings that are pretty common. So yeah, this is a 4x4 level 1. I think it's by linotype, and it is my color store. That's the number 4. Finally, for the 5th mod of the week, I really want to focus in on one of XB92 AI's houses, which is getting a little bit of a slope cut off there, but I apologize. He has a bunch of really nice mods up on the Steam Workshop. I think there's like 20 of them. A lot of them are color variations for power plants and stuff, but I think his houses have been really nicely done. This is, I believe, a 2x2 or 2x3 house. It's level 1. It has a little grill, some play areas, a nice place to sleep or lay out in the sun, pool, and the little garden. So it's all walled off, so you couldn't, neighbors can't peer in at you at the pool. I think it's a variation off of one of the other houses, and I think of the houses I've seen, what he's done is basically add more variations. So taken some of the base models that the game has and played with them enough so that even though it's not, a major change, it looks different when it's in your city. And I think that's really great. These were the first mods I wound up subscribing to when I started looking for things. I think across the board, they're some of my favorites. Just perfectly blend in, no other issues. He's got a variation of this one as well. So off there, that side, I don't think that's his. Nope, that's not his right now. But lots of cool variations, cool ways to look at it, and of course they come in different colors, as always. So great little mod, adds to your low density residential opportunities. So that was number 5, and I'll end it here. So thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully next week we'll do another 5 mods that you can look at.